You thought you were alone in this, didn't you? You thought your prayers, your hopes, your worries vanished into thin air, unheard and unanswered. But what if I told you that the universe is always listening and always responding? Right now, as you read these words, you are already talking to the cosmos. Every buried wish, every silent fear, every flicker of joy inside you is echoing out into the vastness and bouncing right back. You've been fed lies about this. It's all coincidence, they whisper. Luck, they call it. Society's prophets, in boardrooms, pulpits, and laboratories, want you to believe that life is random, that you're a tiny cog in a blind machine. That deep down, nothing you do actually matters. They serve you this lie so you stay small, so you don't demand more from existence. Well, here's the forbidden truth. Every thought and emotion you harbor creates ripples in the cosmic pond. Your inner voice is a secret transmitter tuned to a living, conscious universe. It's broadcasting right now. Imagine the world as a mirror. Look closely, the patterns in your life aren't random scratches. They're reflections of your own frequency. The heartbreaks you replay, the abundance you seek, the doubts you fear, these come back to you because you are calling them forth. Every dream you whisper in the darkness, every resentment you stew over at dawn, you're sending signals. And the universe, like a perfect echo chamber, answers in kind. It's a frightening thought, isn't it? What if the one thing keeping you trapped was you, or rather, your hidden vibration? But remember, truth is a double-edged sword. If this message unsettles you, if your very notion of reality trembles, then you know you've touched something real. If you keep listening, something inside you might break. Or something might finally awaken. The universe as an echo chamber. Have you ever noticed how certain scenes play on loop in your life? Maybe it's that impossible partner who always vanishes like smoke, or the money that trickles through your fingers no matter how hard you work. You chafe at the pattern, but deep down there's a quiet horror. It was you who placed the echo in motion. Every repeated relationship, each recurring problem, is a mirror showing you who you are inside. Nothing in your life is random. This isn't a fluffy motivational quote, it's a cold, hard fact. In the fragment of Eastern spirituality to early Hermetic law, they speak of as above, so below. The cosmos doesn't judge, it simply reflects. You project lacquer into the void, and lo and behold, the void returns lack. You project love and certainty, and the universe strings experiences to echo that state. Think of yourself as a radio station sending out powerful signals. But what's on your frequency? Fear? Anger? Hope? Clarity? The universe responds only to one frequency at a time, yours. Your every mood, hope, and intention modulates this cosmic radio. What you rarely realize is that this reflection isn't punishment or reward, it's pure, neutral physics. A scientific law as old as Newton, repackaged spiritually, for every action there is an equal reaction. You act out energy internally, and the universe reacts outwardly. You might have heard of Jung's concept of synchronicity, meaningful coincidences. These are not mere accidents. When you repeatedly attract the same kind of people or problems, that's the universe speaking to you. A dozen little nudges saying, "Hey, you're broadcasting that. Here it comes back." So ask yourself right now, what patterns am I living today? If they're painful, know this, the cosmos is just a mirror of what's inside you. And mirrors show us our truths, however uncomfortable. They don't want you to know this, some would whisper. Maybe they don't. But the universe definitely does. The big secret is simple, you are speaking, and the universe is listening. The language of the universe, energy and vibration. Everything around you is alive with vibration. Your cells vibrate. The light from the sun vibrates. Even the chair you sit on, the air you breathe, all dance to a frequency beneath perception. Quantum physics hints at this. Einstein himself famously urged seekers, if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. Yet our modern world insists on counting beans and measuring things we can't feel. They'll lecture you on science and data while ignoring the fundamental truth: vibration is the language of creation. Look around at nature. Some indigenous and ancient traditions have always known this. Buddhists chant mantras, Sufis whirl in meditative dance, Vedas chant Om, all to tune their bodies to the song of the cosmos. They understood that you can't just fool yourself with fake sunshine on the outside, you must genuinely match the frequency inside. Fake positivity won't hack it. You can't just slap a smile on and pretend everything is flowers while inside you're screaming with fear or doubt. The universe feels the difference. Remember that time you said, "Yes, I'm excited," to something, but your body stiffened and your stomach turned to knots? The universe read that energy. It's like trying to push a bright, sunny movie through a screen that's still fogged with your own dark clouds. No clarity comes through. Your emotional state is a radio dial. The universe is broadcasting at a certain frequency, always ready to connect. When you're vibrating with love, hope, or joy, when your feelings truly align, you tune into the cosmos's channel and it answers. But when you vibrate with anxiety, fear, or despair, the response matches that note. Consider Tesla's covert work with frequencies or the forbidden knowledge he hinted at. He was attempting to tap into the very ether to broadcast energy at will. Even modern suppressed science talks about water memory and cymatic patterns, as if matter itself records the vibrations around it. If those theories are true, then imagine this: your body is 60% water. What messages have you poured into it every day? Don't underestimate intuition, either. That gut feeling, it's your personal antenna, decoding frequency shifts before your mind catches on. The universe speaks very softly. It conveys messages through subtle emotional waves. You feel a chill, a hair raising, a soft tug at your heart in a moment. That's the universe trying to get your attention in its own vibrational voice. So the question is, what frequency are you broadcasting right now? Are you sending out waves of empowerment or whispers of self-doubt? Each choice, each feeling you harbor is a note in your personal frequency. The ancient mystics knew this, the quantum rebels know this, and even your gut knows it. This is not woo-woo. It's the fundamental code of life. And unless you actively tune your internal frequency, you might keep hearing the same dissonant echo. Don't let that happen. Find the tune that truly matches what you desire and play it loudly. Prayer, meditation, and presence, 3 doorways to communication. Prayer, speaking to the universe. So far, we've danced around it, prayer. But not the way you think. The world sells prayer as begging, folding your hands and pleading for scraps of mercy. That's desperation, and desperation screams conflict with the universe. When you cry, "Please, please, please," you send a shaky, unsure signal. Real prayer is a declaration. It's a statement of faith, not a question of doubt. It's not "God, give me a job," trembling in fear. It's "I am grateful for the right opportunities opening for me," declared as truth. The difference is seismic. The moment you stop asking and start knowing, you align your energy with an answer already on its way. Think of it as a radio again. Are you tuning in with static and anxious noise, or are you switching onto the clear frequency of belief? In Hermetic traditions, they taught affirmations must be spoken as if the universe has already granted them. Early Christians chanted affirmations too: "It is done unto me even as I believe." That's true petitioning from confidence, not hollow pleading. Be careful not to mistake desperation for sincerity. If you're praying out of panic, "I need this, please universe," the signal is loud: you are incomplete, needy, unaligned. The cosmos can only match what's within you. You might hear a response, but it could be something you don't want. It's exactly what your vibration demanded. Meditation, listening to the universe. Words thrown into the void are only one side of the conversation. The other side, listening, takes quiet. In our hyperactive culture, we equate busy with being alive. But the deeper currents swim in silence. Only when you still the constant chatter in your mind does the whisper of the universe emerge. Meditation is not some expensive habit, it's a simple practice of presence. The moment you shut down your endless to-do list even for 5 minutes, a space opens. In that sacred space, intuition, answers, guidance can rise. They say deserts are mirrors of the soul. Monks claimed silence held the voice of God. If you feel anxious or unsettled, sit quietly. Watch your breath. Feel the silence around your shoulders and between your thoughts. Clarity will seep in. Ideas come to you out of nowhere during meditation. An answer for that problem you were battling appears like a comet in the night sky. That's the universe speaking when you're finally listening. Presence, receiving answers from the universe. Lastly, presence. It's the dawn of awareness. The universe is always conversing, but you're often too distracted to notice. You scroll endlessly on screens, trapped in regrets about yesterday and anxieties about tomorrow. Meanwhile, the greatest messages come in the nooks of now. Imagine you stop at a crosswalk and the light changes. A stranger smiles at you, or a bird lands on a nearby statue's head. Silly details, you might think. But in spiritual parlance, these are signs and synchronicities. Jung noted them, an uncanny alignment of inner state and outer event. If you're looking for confirmation, sometimes a license plate with your birth date or a book randomly opened to the exact passage you needed is your answer. Synchronicities escalate when you practice presence. The slightest gut feeling, that pit of your stomach instinct, is the universe leaning in to tell you something crucial. It could be as simple as don't get on the elevator with that person or buy that stock now. We often brush these off as paranoia or coincidence. But they're signals coded in your body before your rational mind catches up. The challenge? We are so busy internally that we miss these cosmic clues. Social media feeds keep us glued to screens, very important emails keep us hooked. If you remain trapped in distraction, you'll ignore the subtle knocks of the universe. So here's the point, be fully here. Wherever you stand, on a bus, in line at a coffee shop, alone in bed at night, be truly present. Listen. Feel the energy in the room. Something might tip your gut. Each pair of eyes that meets yours, each echo of an idea from someone nearby, might be your answers appearing. They don't want you to know this. That your quiet moments are gold. The powers that be feed on your distraction. A world distracted won't question its masters. So they flood your senses with noise. But if you look closely, every silent pause is an invitation. The invitation is this: turn down the volume, be here, be now. Recognize the whispers of meaning in the mundane. This is not a coincidence. It is not fairy tale. It is how the universe talks back through the stillness and the little clues hidden in everyday life. Your awakening begins when you realize answers aren't hollered from the sky, they're hummed in the background of your existence. Will you start listening? Visualization, creating your reality through mental imagery. Your mind cannot tell the difference between a vivid dream and reality. Watch this, close your eyes and imagine plunging into a cold pool. Feel the gasp of cold. Notice how your palms sweat just thinking of it. Your brain, in that moment, sends signals as if you're really there. Because it treats imagination as truth. Now harness that power. When you visualize your goals with full sensory detail and emotion, you plant seeds. Athletes have known this forever. Michael Phelps mentally races before he swims. Business leaders practice rich morning routines imagining their board meeting success. Why? Because your subconscious says, I've done this before, and aligns your energy toward that reality. This is not passive daydreaming. This is active creation. When you visualize, truly feel. If you want love, feel the warmth of an embrace as if it's happening now. If you want a new job, picture yourself walking out of an office with keys in hand and real pride in your chest. Feel the victory in advance, taste it, smell it. You're sending out signals of certainty. Beware, though, your mind is a dark alley as well. When you dread an outcome, your visualization works against you. Imagine failing that test late at night and watch how stressed you become. Your brain locks onto that fear pattern and learns it. Consciously or not, you've just told the universe, this is what I accept. People often wonder why their fears keep showing up. It's because they have unintentionally visualized them. You might catch yourself thinking, what if I lose my savings? Pause and see how vivid that scenario gets. That's a magnet. Instead, deliberately see your fears and then actively counter them with the opposite picture. Vivid imagery is a quantum command. The boundary between thought and reality blurs. Explore ancient Egyptian beliefs. They believed written words and carved images captured spiritual power. Modern science hints the same. Vivid thought-firing neurons appears to your brain nearly identical to real experience. So here's your tool. With every daydream, ask yourself, does this serve me or sabotage me? Train your mind to paint the reality you want in glorious detail. The cosmos responds to clarity of vision. You don't just want to lose weight, feel how the gears turn in your body when you do a morning jog. You don't simply want a promotion, feel the pride of your whole team clapping when you step up. This is your superpower. The question is, what are you creating in your mind's eye every day? Affirmations, reprogramming your subconscious mind. All day long, you replay programs in your head. From childhood on, messages like I'm not good enough or money is hard have looped in your subconscious. It's like software with bugs. Affirmations are the update package, but only if applied correctly. Throwing affirmations at yourself with no emotion is like playing a piano with no one at the keys. The subconscious is a powerhouse. It doesn't care about words on a bumper sticker, it cares about feelings in the marrow. Say the words I am worthy. Good. Now, does it ring true in your body? If you're fake grinning or stiff-lipped, the subconscious is ignoring you. It hears the dissonance. It wants certainty. So how do you get the subconscious on board? Remember real feelings from your own life. Find a moment when you truly felt confidence, maybe the day you first rode a bike or aced a test you doubted you could pass. Before affirming, dive into that moment. Feel the rush of triumph, the steady calm of capability, or the pride in your chest. Once you tap into that feeling, speak your affirmations. Your subconscious listens then because your emotional body believes the words. Think of affirmations like planting seeds in a garden you've prepared. If the soil is hard, doubtful, the seed won't grow. But if you till the soil with genuine emotion, the word seed of your affirmation quickly sprouts. We see this in hypnosis and therapy. Repetition alone doesn't make change, but repetition with emotional reinforcement does. It rewires the neural pathways. That's science, not just mysticism. So, bypass the intellectual mind, keep your words simple, but anchor them in real feeling. Your subconscious is the hidden puppet master of your life. It might be silently steering every choice, every glance, every word you don't even realize you speak. You must address it in its own currency, deep emotion. When you finally have that language right, you become the boss of your entire program. Repeat after me, not as an empty chant, but with a fire in your heart. I am safe. I am capable. I deserve abundance and love. Now swallow that. Feel it. Your world will reshape to match what your subconscious now truly believes. Are you going to keep running old code, or will you rewrite it with purpose? Writing to the universe, the power of tangible intention. Sometimes, speaking or thinking isn't enough. We are physical beings in a physical world. Ancient traditions understood that to truly commit your intent, you must ground it in the material. Enter writing, the oldest form of magic. When you write your intention on paper, you make it real. You force clarity. Human history is steeped in the power of the written word. Kings signed treaties to bind nations, shamans wrote spells to reshape reality, lovers penned vows to unite their souls. Ink and paper are physical energy, as dense and meaningful as any action. Take a sheet of paper right now. It's blank. In that whiteness lies infinite possibility. Now write, I am open to receiving healing, abundance, love, and I thank the universe as if it is already mine. As your pen moves, you are carving a direct pathway from thought to matter. Some do it nightly. Others burn the paper after writing, as if releasing the message into the ether. The smoke carries it skyward, a ritual threaded through countless cultures. Others bury the note, planting the intention as one would plant a tree, the promise that it will grow out of the earth. Some simply fold it and keep it under their pillow, infusing their dreams with the seed. Every approach works because what matters is the act. Historically, priests and priestesses scribbled coded invocations in tomes. You don't need a Vatican archive or a Rosicrucian ritual to partake. Anyone can write a letter to the universe, no expense, no secret password needed, just sincerity. Psychologists will tell you that writing down goals boosts success. Mystics will add, because the universe acknowledges a written contract. It's not superstition. It's physics. Transferring an idea into physical form charges it. Be specific. I want to travel the world is a wish. I am walking through the train station in Kyoto on April 5, 2023, laughing with joy and breathing in cherry blossoms. That is a plan with sensory detail. The more vivid, the more real it becomes, even on paper. This is one reason why vision boards work. They are just visual writing. Writing is the most tangible conversation you can have with the cosmos. It turns whispers into echoes you can almost hold. What are you going to inscribe on your blank page tonight? Conscious creation, aligning with reality so far. You've spoken, you've listened, you've imagined, you've affirmed, you've written. These are all channels of conversation. But the final truth is more radical. You are the creator, not the receiver. You don't just passively wait for the universe to talk back, you walk the talk yourself. That's right. The most powerful way to talk to the universe is to become the living embodiment of what you want. Want love? Go out and love, be loving even when there's no immediate reward. Want success? Act successful today, with the confidence of a champion already there. By doing so, you speak the loudest language of all, action. This flips everything. No more sitting on a couch waiting for some cosmic Santa to drop a gift. You become an active participant. It's the difference between expecting rain and choosing to dance in a puddle to summon the storm. Watch out for the pitfalls. Impatience and doubt are your inner saboteurs. They whisper, it's not happening fast enough, or maybe I'm deluding myself. When that happens, they send mixed signals to your same cosmic radio. The universe hates static. If you are impatient, it may slow the answers down to force you to reflect. If you doubt, it may hold back blessings until you firm up belief. This is how growth is forced. If the universe gives you exactly what you asked, would you still change? Sometimes challenges are necessary. They are shaking out the old belief structures, grooming you for the new reality you created. Embrace these tests. See each obstacle as your teacher. If a door closes, another opens, a trope, yes, but a truth. The universe just rerouted you to a better path when you're aligned. And sometimes it delays because you need more time to change. On your path of conscious creation, patience isn't passive, it's part of the craft. Think of a sculptor. Does he complain about the marble not instantly revealing the angel? No, he chips away with faith and technique. Your faith in your own creation is the chisel. You must let go of the waiting for the universe mindset. Instead say, "Universe, I'm here with you. We are collaborating." That partnership is powerful. When you align your actions and beliefs with your intention, the universe follows suit as naturally as water flows downhill. Stop hoping and start doing. The universe does not care about your problem, it cares about your belief in the solution. Have you been passively wishing, or will you step into the driver's seat of your destiny? Receiving answers, recognizing the universe's signals you have planted. You have watered. Now, harvest. But be warned, the harvest might not look like what you expect. You might have sat under the grand oak of your desire, waiting for acorns of proof to fall. But answers often come in tiny seeds, and they might sprout around you like mushrooms, unexpected places. Do not expect a lightning bolt or a voice booming from the heavens. Instead, learn to read subtle signs. A chance meeting that changes everything, that's the universe leaning on your shoulder. A number that keeps appearing on clocks or receipts could be a code meant just for you. That one line in a movie that sends shivers down your spine, as though it were written for your eyes only, that is a bookmark in your journey. Intuition is the clearest signpost. When you feel pulled in a certain direction, even if you can't logically explain why, pay attention. That quiet nudge is often the universe's fingertips steering your will. Often, the universe answers in paradox. Maybe you prayed for peace and instead you're thrown into chaos, for now. Perhaps the job you wanted eludes you, but then out of nowhere another path lights up. It's tempting to feel betrayed by delays or redirections, but view them as coded messages. Each delay could be a recalibration, each setback a hidden blessing in disguise. Patience is vital. The universe's timing doesn't tick by your wristwatch. It unfolds in cosmic rhythm. Trust that the delay serves you. An acorn takes years to become a mighty oak, but it never stops growing. So stay alert. The answer you asked for might not arrive as a present gift wrapped. It's more like an initiation test. What if the sign comes as a challenge? A sudden illness that forces you to slow down could actually answer a prayer for a change in direction. A lost fortune might usher in a freedom you never imagined. It all depends on how awake you are when signs appear. They don't always look like signs at first glance. Often the answers are so subtle that only a leap of faith can connect the dots. But that leap is the final step of trust. By now, you should have a constellation of clues, patterns aligning, gut instincts validated, coincidences piling up. Each one of these whispers is the universe saying, "Yes, I'm here." You are heard. Ask yourself, are you open to see the message behind the mess? Are you willing to let go of your planned answer and receive the one being offered? The trap is to keep asking when or how as if the universe has your timetable. You asked, you proclaimed, you acted, now be still and allow. The silence, the wait, is also an answer. Remember, sometimes the lack of immediate answer is itself a message that something deeper is in work. So keep your eyes and heart open. Trust the journey, even when it's strange. Becoming the conscious creator. Look at you now. Every word you've read has been a seed. By now, your mind is humming differently. You know the universe isn't a distant judge with a list of rules. You're awake, the mirror is clear, the vibrations are right, the communication is flowing. This isn't the end of the story, it's the moment it truly begins. Because once you know you're speaking to the stars every moment, you can never go back to small thinking. Each moment is an initiation into bigger truths. You have the secret now. The universe responds not to empty wishes, but to your authentic, inner truth. You were never isolated. The horizon between you and everything has always been an illusion. They try to keep that veil in place. The academy, the mainstream, the daily grind, they drown you in tasks so you forget your true power. But in here, in this room with these words, that power is awoken. So take a breath. Let the realization sink in. The world around you is a reflection of your inner world. You've always had the power to shape it. The only question was whether you knew it. Now you know. What will you do with that knowledge? Will you play small and hide this truth in the back of your mind? Or will you step forward and use it? The universe has been answering you all along, in its silent, strange ways. Now, the loudest message of all is clear: you've always had the power. The power to create, to transform, to awaken. If your beliefs have shifted here, let that stone ripple out. Share your thoughts and questions below. Awaken others to see their own reflection. Join the conversation in the library of Thoth. For more insights and forbidden knowledge, subscribe and step deeper into the mystery with the Insights Academy. The truth is waiting, and now, so are you.